all our condolences to the family. Nigel Owens is today's referee. It's a fixture as old as there is in the Welsh game. It used to be Cardiff versus Newport Tom Shanklin. It is now the Blues against the Dragons.
Oh, what a wonderful day. Merry Christmas, Eddie. Merry Christmas, everyone. This just has everything, doesn't it? It's a full capacity here. It's where you want to play your rugby, in front of a full audience. It's Boxing Day. You've got two teams who should be full of confidence. The weather as well seems to be holding out. So, look, I think, excuse the pun, Eddie, I think we might be in for a cracker here.
We're off. The Dragons kicking off to the Blues at Cardiff Arms Park. You are forgiven, Tom. Just. Thomas Williams waits on the Blues 22. First touch for the scrum half. The first touch for Josh Navidi wearing 8, the returning Welsh international with the red cap on the far side. Corey Hill, another Welsh international who has been out for a long time with injury. Corey Hill played in the last match. Good to see the senior Welsh players out on the field as huge, inexperienced, talented players of the younger variety. So it's a good old blend out there in the Welsh derby. A clean break. Will Talbot Davis, just 22 at the Dragons fullback. And his more excitement on the left wing. Ashton Hewitt. Excellent hands.
Really important tackle there from Josh Adams.
Jared Rosser was the one who picked it off his toes. Ross Moriarty, 8 tackled by 8. Moriarty by Navidi.
A little bit short on numbers if the Dragons can get it left at the moment.
Jack Dixon drives it up hard from the centre. One of those promising youngsters, Tane Basham, just 20 years old, in the Dragons' back row. Roger Williams puts a little bit of top spin on the boot downfield to Hallam Amos, the ex-Dragon, now with the Blues. Ball out of play. The rain just about holding off.
Yes, it is. Good defensive set there by the Blues. Dragons had to go quite a few inside balls. I think we'll see a lot of them from Sam Davis today, that man there.
What happened?
What a kick against the Scarlets last week. Such an important moment.
It's okay.
Corey Hill wins line-out, thrown in by Richard Hibbard, and here comes the drive. Hibbard at the rear.
Stay there.
Aaron Wainwright with the white headband just attaching himself, and then
You're fine, through the middle.
Brad Fire ordered back by Nigel Owens. The mark made in the 22. Good touch by Owen Lane, the winger.
Yeah, also a good kick there from Roger Williams. Just maybe an inch too far. But Owen Lane had to take that under pressure. Clears his lines well. Look at this, just inside his 22. Ashton Hewitt couldn't quite get there, but an important take as well. He got called out to the World Cup, didn't he? You know, when you look at the back three for the Blues with Owen Lane, with Josh Adams, who cannot stop scoring. Hallam Amos now comes in. It's really exciting.
Ball down from Josh Turnbull, who's playing in the second row today. Owen Lane off his wing, and there is a... Oh, Hallam Amos is outside Owen Lane. Turnover ball. Away for the Dragons comes Jack Dixon, the centre. Sam Davis off his stronger left boot. Jared Evans outside half for the Blues. Always seems to have a little bit more time on the ball than would seem his right. Little misunderstanding there.
You did nothing wrong. I don't think so. More of an accident than anything for me.
I think he was just trying to offload, wasn't he? Gets caught. But this is the attack from the Blues. Do so well there. Get the ball into Ben Thomas's hand. there. This is what they do the job on. Jared Rosser there turns his back in, but look at Tyler Morgan coming across there. I think when Owen Lane's going across there, you need a bit of a change of angle, someone possibly to hold the inside defence. But look, the Blues attack look really sharp there. That man plays a massive part in it. Takes it to the line, great at offloading as well.
Shoulders out.
But very good scramble defence there from Tyler Morgan, who's come in. One exciting backline as well that the Dragons have. Tyler Morgan at 13. Jared Rosser, the pace he's got, and Ashton Hewitt.
The pressure up.
Penalty to the Dragons at the scrummage.
Get your load one. Yeah, you're on the arm when you're down. Number
Brad
3.
Fire.
On the arm, pressure down.
Oh, no, I beg his pardon. Kieran Asirati.
Number 3.
Tight head prop for the Blues.
Decent touch finder there from Sam Davis. There seems to be a little bit of wind as we're looking at it going from left to right. This is a reverse angle, but as you can see there,
If they're in late, there's no numbers.
just gets pinged for pulling it down.
Space, boys.
What a difference it makes to have a full house in a Pro 14 game in Wales.
Yeah, and also, you know, a firm surface. You know, there is a little bit of rain, but it won't really have too much of an impact on this pitch.
Good drive by the Dragons. Tane Basham, 7, in charge of the ball. Normally it's hooker Richard Hibbard, but Tane Basham ordered to use it. Here comes centre Jack Dixon again. Roger Williams, the little pop pass to Moriarty. On the crash, Aaron Wainwright.
Last now, last now.
It's been turned over by the Blues.
50-50, you play now, yes? Stay.
Corey Hill with the red scrum cap. Wainwright with the white headband. It's been sort of turned back the Dragons' way now.
Hands away.
Just a couple of meters, a couple of steps to go. Josh Navidi ordered to move. And the Blues earn themselves a penalty.
He's on his feet after the tackle, and he's remained on his feet. You fade it clear out. No tackle in the way.
Clear turnover there. Very good defence there by the Blues, under a lot of pressure. I think it's that man there, Shane Lewis-Hughes.
Hit was fine. It was all
But what an important turnover from the Blues there.
Pressure down afterwards.
The Dragons look really sharp, don't they? Picking and going. Rodri Williams bringing through Ross Moriarty. You can see Josh Navidi makes it, turns him there. Straight in on the ball, he's on his feet. Even got a little bit of time to look at Nigel.
Stay. Move, Dragons, please. And keep that space.
There is Shane Lewis-Hughes wearing 6. That's well gathered by Asirati. The salvaging of a few crumbs for Thomas Williams. It looks as if he's going up in the air.
Ball is out. The ball is out.
Ashton Hewitt is under it. Well taken.
That's where you have to be careful when you're reloading. Dragons got a very, very long back line.
Hughes.
Blues quite condensed there, as you can see in the pictures.
I said Hughes, get it away, please.
Slow ball. Roger Williams is going up in the air again. Jared Evans is back, and again slightly overdone so that Jared Evans can make the mark in his 22.
Yeah, slightly overdone, but you can sort of see how the wind is affecting it. You know, just took that ball 10 metres too far.
Yeah, inside, yeah.
It's sort of gifting possession away. Those kicks have to be on the button. You have to be able to kick and chase them. You have to be able to compete.
Ross Moriarty, chance to now pick up a little bit of pace and deliver. That's the halfway line in front of the Dragons. Long way back, a little stab forward. It's well taken. Jared Rosser on the right wing. Turnover ball, though. Ray Lilo, first touch for him, really. Thomas Williams. Sam Davis watches it bounce. And it is a Blues throw.
think it's a Blues throw. Yes, it is. What a turnover there from Josh Adams. Makes his tackle straight back on his feet, as you can see here. Look at that. Releases the player. Gets into a great position there. And just as he gets tackled, the ball pops out. He's had a massive impact, hasn't he? As soon as he's come into the Blues, scored 3 tries on his debut.
A different side of wing play there over the ball. One a little bit untidy. Ollie Robinson. The new blend. Ollie Robinson, the sort of classic number 7. Shane Lewis-Hughes, the more unseen, hard-working, close to the ground number 6. Asirati steps out of one tackle. Aaron Wainwright has to make the tackle. Ben Thomas, very promising centre for the Blues. Another one of the youngsters on parade alongside the more experienced Ray Lilo. Beautiful break, Jared Evans. He has support. Lewis-Hughes outside him. He's not so invisible after
all. Great break there by Jared Evans, and that man on his shoulder, Shane Lewis-Hughes, just signed a new contract with the Blues. What a find he's been this season for Cardiff. If you look, there we are, Jared Evans just shows on the inside, and it's that step there that just ties in Roger Williams and gives Shane Lewis-Hughes a little bit of space. There, he straightens up, doesn't he? Shows the inside ball. The Dragons take the dummy. And great pace there by Lewis-Hughes to get on his shoulder. But he's looked threatening, you know, all through the start of this game, Jared Evans. And that's what you get with Jared at 10. You get a player that just wants to run the ball at the line.
Kept his head at the end, knowing the contact was coming. Jared Evans, very well judged. 5 becomes 7. The Blues 7, the Dragons 0.
Perfect kick as well. Look at that link play. Does so well, Jared, to find his man. Makes the break, looks up, finds his support runner and sends him over.
Restart by the Dragons. Collected by Owen Lane, who drives out of his 22. Oh, that's gone wrong for the Dragons. It's delivered for Rodri Williams. A little slight hesitation, slight interruption.
No advantage here, boys. You're under pressure. No clear advantage here.
The bad news is the rain has arrived.
Yeah, it has. It's not too heavy at the moment, but that's the worst thing you can really do after you score a try or score points is to mess up your exit routes. So much focus is put on this during training.
Get them, boys.
And the Blues did the first part well, took the
Good
ball, but then
last time.
end
The
up
issues were after.
knocking it on.
Look at the height better.
But the Dragons were relying on that man there, Jack Dixon, to get them over the gain line. Had a lovely little chip off the cuff, I think it was, to Jad Rosser early in this half, but really good attacking opportunity now for the Dragons.
Ashton Hewitt,
Set. Hold it there. Hold it there.
left wing, is sort of directly behind this scrummage.
Height up. Keep the
Rodri
height
Williams
up.
feeds.
Ooze.
There's a chance for Moriarty to pick up, work it with his number 9. This is Ashton Hewitt off the left wing. Now come the big forwards. Aaron Wainwright first.
Stay out now. It's a ruck now.
Sam Davis. Talbot Davis. Richard Hibbard, the hooker. Here's Wainwright again. Gets the pass away well. Chance here. Tyler Morgan tries the pass. Ollie Morgan picks it off.
Pass advantage.
So the Blues tight in their corner, but back in possession.
Important tackle there, wasn't it, by Hallam Amos?
Stay.
Hits him
Push
hard.
back. Get back. Push back.
It's a very difficult clearance for Thomas Williams, the scrum half, to make there. What's going to happen here?
Lost on, no advantage. Blue ball.
Blue ball, blue scrum. We look at this.
I thought the set was good in the set, but I'll have a look at this one.
Look at this tackle there by Amos. Knocks down the fence straight away, uses his legs.
Give yourself a bit more
Gets
room.
Tyler Morgan to the side of the pitch. And that's what you get with someone like Amos. You know, you probably, with Amos, you get a bit more of a physical presence in defence. Big bloke, 100 kilograms, can hit hard, and gets himself in a really good position.
Crouch.
It's a real chance for the Dragons front row in that Blues corner to give this a real blast now. Experienced front row. Brock Harris, Richard Hibbard, Aaron Jarvis. It's not easy for Josh Navidi. He has improved the angle for Thomas Williams. Williams clears. And not out yet. Play on. Everybody stopped for a little bit. Ben Thomas didn't stop with that tackle. There is an advantage. It's only a knock-on advantage, so
advantage over.
It's gone now. Ashton Hewitt again.
Looks so lively, hasn't he? Looking for the ball. Inside runs off Sam Davis.
This is Davis feeding Hibbard.
Lost.
Sam Davis again to Basham.
Lost now.
Quickish ball for the Dragons. Good platform being built. It's Tane Basham again, the youngster. Talbot Davis, Tyler Morgan against Ray Lilo, and there's the strength of Lilo. And again, a good centre combination.
Oh, I think that's...
No, it didn't. I thought it caught
Ben
before it hit.
Thomas
It didn't hit the deck
and
for me.
Lilo.
Are you sure?
No knock on.
Okay.
No, it didn't look like a knock-on, did it? Josh Adams catches it, sort of drops out his hand, but he ends up getting a little bit of boot to it.
Knocked on your lad before.
Great strength here. Ray Lilo holds him up. Ben Thomas rips it. Ooh, it does. It does touch the ground. It is a scrum.
Come in, boys. Come in. Come in, boys. Inside the fight.
Josh Adams will be looking for a little bit of space and some good quality ball today, because we've seen what damage he can do. He's just gone from strength to strength, hasn't he? The World Cup, I think, has been the making of him. And that man there can play 10, can play 12, and I like that. I think teams look far more dangerous when they've got a ball handler at 12, two options, and also gives you a better understanding of players around you when you play in different positions. You know what a 12 wants, you know what a 10 wants, and that can help add to your game.
Thomas and Lilo in the Blues centre. There'll be a lot of chatter from the forwards first.
Let's go again.
But just getting back to...
I want you to control it. Boys, I've asked them to control the set. I want you to make sure you keep the pressure on, okay? Let's go again then, please, both sides.
Control and pressure, there we are. But just on Ben
Give yourself
Thomas,
a bit more space so we have the space.
it's good that we're actually going to get a run of games from him. We'll get to see him a bit. Wills Halhulu's out now for a bit with a knee injury. Ben Thomas has come in, played so well in his first game against Poe.
Bind.
And a real opportunity now for him to grab that 12 shirt for the Blues.
Hold it there.
Chance for... It's another free kick in favour of the Dragon scrum. We're just pausing. And we'll retake it. Ross Moriarty wanted to get on with it, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure why he couldn't get on with it then.
Drive, boys.
Too far away from the mark.
Brad Thayer, Liam Belcher, the hooker, and on the far side, somebody as blonde as Ross Moriarty, Kieran Asirati. What happened here then?
Shoulder. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there. Keep that up. Keep that right. Pressure up. Pressure up. That's good. Now keep that pressure. Hughes and please. Hughes, you're going nowhere.
Rodri Williams given the hurry up by Nigel Owens, but Sam Davis looking for the quarter break to turn into a half break. Ray Lilo down, has to get out the way. Dragons still in control of the ball. Matthew Screech from the second row.
Lost now, no! The ruck was formed, it's not over.
Slowed up for the Dragons. Brock Harris then drives up. Matthew Screech lets go of the ball in the end. Sam Davis again, the sort of floated pass out to Will Talbot Davis, but it's been turned over. Ollie Robinson. Tackled by Brock Harris. Ben Thomas. Jared Evans, Ray Lilo.
Lost now!
Thomas Williams thought he could take his time and then popped
No!
out. Counter
Let him
by
go,
the
please,
Dragon.
Josh.
Blues.
No
So
attempt to
caught
tackle.
on their 22. We have an armless
No attempt. You made no attempt to tackle.
tackle.
You made no attempt to tackle him then. You just dropped on the floor in front of him. You must make an attempt to tackle.
Ross Moriarty pinged. Not quite sure, couldn't see from up here how he gave the penalty away.
Number 8, Ross Moriarty. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got to be using your arms, just dip straight on the floor. Got to use your arms, haven't you? No arm tackle.
Hips are up.
Got to be brave, mind.
That's a
To hit like that.
the scrum, okay? Which was excellent, okay?
They'll miss both
When you
those
go,
today,
you
won't
know when
they?
the ball's available.
Nick Williams in the middle there. It's sort of been the story of the week, really, even though he's not playing this. His mum, Lily, came over. It's a big family gathering up there.
You were on one scrum, but you were illegal.
And it sort of shows you how well Nick Williams is thought of at the club as well. The spiritual father
Last scrum was perfect.
of all the players here, Cardiff Blues.
All right. Jared,
The father figure, but it was his mum who reduced him to tears. It was a
ready?
a very touching film the Blues produced. Jared Evans.
Huh?
To a line out, round about the halfway line.
Yeah, the ones I'm seeing are going illegal, but if I...
The Blues, one try to the good. We're into the second quarter of the green. Liam Belcher, the hooker, launches his throw. Well taken by James Ratty, the youngster in the second row, to set up the Blues in midfield. Hallamemos stabs it through. Talbot Davis comes across. Well tackled by Josh Adams. Excellent defensive work by the left winger again, Tom.
Very good option there from Hallamemos to put boot to ball. The Dragons had marked up well on that blind side. There was loads of space, acres of space behind, and it's a very good kick right into space. You can watch it now, flashing back. It's just that little bit of footwork from Amos, just gets on the outside. And a very good chase. You could argue there that maybe Thomas Williams was in front of the kick when he started to run, but Josh Adams plays him onside.
And he makes the tackle and then releases, gets back to his feet and plays on.
Put him in the back row.
This could be good. Oh, actually, the Dragons have done well to get this to ground. So Liam Belcher may have to rethink the two carrying the ball.
Broke away, the ball was behind you. Yeah.
So a little bit of crossing in front of
Oh,
that
yeah.
close-knit maul.
The ball was sacked legally. He broke away.
Poor error there from the Blues. Just gives Dragons now a bit of possession. They've had a lot of possession in this first half, but unfortunately, you know, when they've got close to the line, when they've got inside the Blues 22, there's been a couple of errors. They've been held up, they've been turned over.
Is that one of your little grumbles there?
Well, you get yourself in a brilliant attacking opportunity position.
Matthew Screech Down to Richard Hibbard.
Set this up well. Really good drive from the Dragons.
The Blues have done well to regroup to stop it. Rodri Williams. Now Jared Rosser was in front of him, but that kick may work out very well. Oh no, won't. It's gone too far. The bounce on this very hard surface, and it's not the longest dead ball area.
No, it's not. You know, the bounce could have saved Rodri Williams there because the kick wasn't good. You could see as soon as it left the boot, it had no height on it. With a couple of kicks now, isn't he, where they've not been there to challenge and not really hit space.
Kieran Asirati is coming off. That looks like a very stiff back on the prop. A change there. International comes on. Scott Andrews.
He looks in a lot of pain, doesn't he?
Oh. It's the old front row nightmare to have a bad back. It doesn't look as if Kieran Asirati is going to come back, so Scott Andrews, he'll have just under an hour out there.
Wait. Both knives, the box kick. You tell me when you're ready. Both knives, the box kicks, make sure your chasers are behind you, please. Okay, when you're ready, boys, we go. The time on.
Thomas Williams, 9.
Crouch.
Lewis Hughes, the try scorer,
Bind.
6.
Set. Hold it there, keep it up.
Josh
Pressure up.
Navidi, 8, with the ball now at his feet. Leaves it for 9. Interesting. Ben Thomas, who can play outside half, did play. Jared Evans outside him.
Lost now.
Penalty advantage. A chance here. Owen Lane on the far side. Big and strong, the right winger.
And we have a second entry penalty there. Yeah, you have. You still want it?
Josh Turnbull drives up from the second row. Ben Thomas again.
No advantage coming. Off your feet, playing the ball.
Back to the penalty. Kickable.
Not in this wind, I don't think. Ben Thomas there, you can see him being first receiver off the scrums, takes it really flat.
Over there.
Because he's taking it really flat, it just doesn't allow the Dragons to drift across. They're all being held. And that's why the space is opening up for Jared Evans. I mean, Will Talbot-Davis makes a very good tackle, jamming in there.
This one, okay. Here you are.
You mentioned the win, Tom. That 52% would suggest that the Dragons have it behind them in this first half. So this is perhaps why Jared Evans is going for the touchline and the line out. Good kick.
It's a very good kick into this wind. Rudolph. Not often have the Blues been in the Dragons 22 in this half. But when they have, they've come away with a try already.
Safe delivery. Ratti. Lilo did very well because it wasn't perfectly timed, but the strength to get through the first challenge. Scott Andrews drives up next. Evans to Thomas. Hallamemos, he too showing good strength. Needs a bit of help.
Lost now! He won it on his feet!
Dragons have turned it over because Hallamemos was a bit isolated at the breakdown. Rodri Williams pushes his forwards around, trying to give himself a bit of a clearing space. Amos keeps the ball in play. Jared Rosser has to watch as Corey Hill makes the tackle. Scrum half taken out, but he was in possession of the ball, so that's all right. It's still in the possession of the Blues. Ollie Robinson to captain and returning number 8, Josh Navidi. Fire to Jared Evans. Thomas, good hands, working its way through the three quarters. Owen Lane, Ray Lilo on the wide outside. Interchanging all the way up and down the Blues three-quarter line. Evans again, Ollie Robinson, the flanker, lying flat. Evans, Scott Andrews. Evans, the loop runner is Josh Adams. Good strength of Adams against Rosser. Josh Turnbull takes it on. Patience by the Blues. Ratty again, number 4, the second row for the Blues. Navidi on the inside run. Matthew Screech had to make the tackle, did it well.
You slowed it down, moving straight off your feet.
It's another penalty to the Blues. Change of tactics. It's gone very loose. It's gone wayward.
No advantage.
Jared Rosser is there in the end. We'll go back to the penalty.
Good option there by Thomas Williams, wasn't it? Penalty advantage, just put a kick through, let it bounce. Actually nearly comes off for the Blues as well. The Dragons are under a lot of pressure at the moment from this Cardiff Blues attack. They're in it really well. Sometimes the pass is going out the back, sometimes it's in the short runner.
You didn't enter through the gate over there, and here now you made no attempt to play that ball on your feet. You went off your feet. Consider this now your final warning. If I have a willful offence here, the next one will be going. Is that clear? Speak to them. Yeah, he made no attempt to jackal, he went off his feet. He's lucky this is his first time, it's a final warning for him.
Jack Dixon singled out, but it sounded, Tom, more like a collective warning as well.
Yeah, it just shows you what pressure the Dragons are under at the moment, defensively.
Them, all of them? Okay.
Blues attack is slick at the moment.
Thank you. John, how are you doing? No attempt. Off your feet and slowed it down.
That's what you got when you've got Ben Thomas.
Not now, Cody, please.
You've got Ray Lilo. And the pace then that Owen Lane and Josh Adams are injecting
on the
in.
way back to halfway after the kick.
There's the penalty.
You still speak to me? You don't want to captain, you still speak to me?
No hesitation, Jared Evans going for goal. Simple kick. The Blues into double figures.
The Dragons giving away 4 penalties. That's turned, isn't it, possession? Sort of 50-50 now after the onslaught from the Dragons in the first 10 minutes.
And the Blues back in possession.
No, go back, it's not out. It was kept in.
Richard, he did check before he
ball is out now.
Hit anybody. Well, it's come the way of Owen Lane, slightly by unorthodox means. This is more conventional, just using the big fellas to buy a better angle.
The ball is out. Stay 5.
That may drift back on the breeze.
Back off Blues.
Well won in the air, and that's good offloading. Lewis Hughes on the receiving end.
Backwards, always backwards.
It's gone backwards though. Owen Lane couldn't gather it, so having made a promising start from the kick, the Blues having to regather. Lilo. Delivers. Screech making a nuisance of himself. Williams kicks. Rodri Williams takes Thomas Williams' pass. Sam Davis shows the kick and then goes. Here's the fullback, Will Talbot Davis.
No, you hold it. Get your knee off him. Do that again, I'll penalise you. Away, hands away.
It's the running commentary from Nigel Owens down there. It's Moriarty takes the flat ball. A little bit of forward momentum at last for the Dragons. Sam Davis. Oops.
So he couldn't kick the ball there because Ashton Hewitt was 2 or 3 metres in front of him. Did really well there. Realised that.
Not so good there. The Dragons forwards.
Both on the feet.
You watch this now in the replay. Looks like Aaron Wainwright there in the purple hoodie. You watch this now in the replay.
You put your knees on him to trap him in and look for the penalty, and I'll penalise you.
Sam Davis wants to kick,
No.
but when he looks up,
Once the ball is available and you use your hands to get it back, the ball is not. Listen to me, please. I'm explaining to you. Use your hands to get it back. The ball is out. Use your feet. No, the ball is available. Tom, listen to me, please. Time out. Time is out, boys. Yeah, but I'm explaining to you now 3 times. Listen to me. Listen. Yes, let me explain to you then. Just listen, please. When the ball is available and I say use it, you want to get that ball back to a long ruck, you use your feet, not your hands. If the ball is stuck in the bodies and you want to get it out, I'll allow that. But those balls are clearly available and you're using your hands. And once the ball is by the side of the feet, it is out. It has to be underneath the body. If it's not underneath the foot, the ball will be out. I don't care what it has been, that's what I'm telling you. So listen, please. I've explained you 4 times now. I won't be explaining again, okay?
you know, sometimes you just can't win an argument, can you? You're just better off just saying, whatever, fine.
Time on.
Now, Thomas, let it go. Nigel is going to win this argument.
You can't use your hands unless it's under bodies. You have to use your feet. You can see how frustrating that is for a scrum half, though. You know, when the ball's there ready to be kicked and the referee saying the ball is out, puts you under a lot of pressure.
Out of it, though, comes a very promising position for the Blues. Jared Evans has put them in a very good position. Line-out throw is theirs.
Okay, well, stay there then.
There won't be much here happening apart from a drive. Winning the ball first, though.
It is Josh Turnbull. Oh no, they've gone straight for the loop. Ray Lilo had to stoop to catch. The Dragons sense a turnover.
They've got it.
Advantage if you want. Advantage if you want.
They can go from here. They have a player down on the far side, which doesn't help their cause. Is it Aaron Jarvis down over there?
Really good turnover there, wasn't it, from the Dragons? I think it was Basham that ends up turning it over. But it wasn't slick play, was it? It was a dummy drive. Peel come round and hits Lilo. But we seem to be missing a team at the moment.
The Dragons are trying to make the point that they have an injured player way back near their goal line. And everybody else is saying, play on. If it is Aaron Jarvis, then he's a principal booster at the line-out. Here he comes. He's going to make it. No, he's not. He'll have to stay out in the 3/4. Here he comes, arriving now. It's working pretty well for the Dragons, up to the 10-metre line. Got to be careful here. They've been turned over several times. Nigel Owens on one knee, ball to the Blues. So initial work good by the Dragons, but then the Blues take over.
Scrappy play, wasn't it? Ever since the kick to the touch, Dragons looked a little bit confused. No real urgency getting to that line out.
Time out. Time out, boys.
Richard Hibbard is the injured player. There's one down on the Blues side as well. They just need a little rethink, the Dragons, at the end of the maul, because it's going forward well, but as soon as it pauses, the Blues seem to have a little trick to get in there.
And they've lost a little bit of momentum. Started really well, didn't they, the Dragons? Started with a lot of zip, got on the front foot, but these last 20 minutes, they've lost their way a little bit. It's been all about the Blues.
Here we are.
There's Corey Hill in the red scrum cap. In the black scrum cap is the young James Ratty with the beard alongside him in the second row. Josh Turnbull, he's been such a good servant, Josh Turnbull, filling in any position in the back 5 of the scrum.
Yeah, you can have him at 6, you can have him 8,
Five.
second row.
Set.
6 turnovers this season as well. So really good in the breakdown.
There's Aaron Jarvis. He looks in the walls a bit, actually.
Time out. Front rows, please. Front rows. The surface is not an issue, and it's certainly not my issue, so the issue is with you 6. I suggest you address it and keep the scrums up, or you will leave the field for 10 minutes. It's entirely up to you now.
You tell forwards
Time
things
on.
once and they get it.
Not sure about that. It certainly looks like the Dragons have probably had the upper edge when it comes to scrums
Crouch.
in this first half.
Bind. Set. Hold it there, keep it up. Keep this height good and pressure up.
Solid scrum.
Here we go. Owen Lane off his wing. Well taken, Jared Evans from him. Ben Thomas looked to get it away, but had to go to ground. Tane Basham has to be careful. 7 for the Dragons. Did well, though, to make himself not an obstacle. There he is. Oh, charging in. Excellent work by Basham. He's turned over. Oh, nearly.
It's close there, wasn't it? Really hounds Jared Evans. Puts him under so much pressure,
In the
but
tackle, Chiswell.
just in the tackle, his hand touches the ball, moves it forward. Look how quick he comes off the line, giving Jared no time whatsoever.
Yeah, it was good. The scrum last one was good.
He does make a knock on, just gets a little contact
Yeah,
on
he
the
does.
ball.
That's the worst thing as a
Keep
back
that
as a
break
10
foot
when
on,
you
right?
look
Good
up
last scrum.
and the 7 is
Same
in
with
your
this one,
face.
Horizontal.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there, lads. Hold the
4.5
pressure.
minutes to
Good.
go to half time.
Good.
The
Keep it there.
Blues with this lead, 10 points, with the wind in their favour second half. Ben Thomas,
Release.
he's mixed between 12 and 10, as has Jared Evans, who wears 10.
That's when the Blues look most dangerous, off the backline attack. When Jared Evans has come around the corner at pace, you've got Ben Thomas putting that ball behind to him.
That hasn't gone very far. The try scorer, Lewis Hughes. Another break in play. It has been a stop-start affair.
It's been messy, hasn't it, the last
I thought it went back.
10-15 minutes. That kick goes nowhere.
No, number 1 was
From
out
Thomas
there.
Williams
Just
straight in the
came
air.
from behind.
Ross Moriarty, he has
ball, yeah.
had a few
Okay, time out,
seasons
boys.
with back trouble. This looks a little higher. The neck.
Yeah, okay.
Not that that's any better.
Looks to have been a little bit of pain, but really key, isn't he, to Dragons, getting them on the front foot. Huge carrier for him. Maybe it's a stinger, but he needs to stay on the field for the Dragons. It's a tough bloke, though. You know, what a boost to have him back as well. You know, his partnership along with Wainwright will be huge this season.
Go then, please. Keep the break foot on a little bit longer. He's asking me to tell you.
Ollie Robinson.
But the last 2
We've got
scrums are good.
quite a few sons of
Keep the
rugby
break
playing
foot on the
fathers
ball.
out there. On the bench for
Boys,
the
keep a
Blues,
good standard.
Lloyd
Yeah,
Williams,
okay.
son of
Hold it
Brynmore.
out, please. Time on.
Josh Navidi's dad was an Iranian wrestler. So look at that.
Bind. Set. Hold it there. Pressure. Hold. Height good. Keep it up. Good. Good height. Hold it there.
Ross Moriarty has to go digging in for a little. Ooh, the scrum starts to move forward though. Penalty, yes, to the Dragons. Now this might be kickable, Tom, with the wind.
Yeah, I think it could be. I think it could be. There's a fair bit of wind behind the Dragons, but really good scrum there, wasn't it? You could see him with the initial shove.
No, Sam Davis for the corner. Oh, that's a magnificent kick. Nothing Hallamemos could do because he was tiptoes against the line.
Went big there, didn't he, Sam Davis? Had to really. A couple of minutes left on the clock.
That was good. Nothing wrong with that.
Do you know what? He had a little bit more space than I think he thought he had.
Nothing wrong with it.
But still, what a kick by Sam Davis.
Stay there.
Screech 4 wins it. Moriarty takes control before getting it back to Hibbard. It's a tight space for the Dragons to work in. Basham, though,
really well.
Basham in control. Basham still there. And it is the try for the Dragons. And their young number 7, Tane Basham.
Brilliant drive there from the Dragons. Screech takes the ball near off the front. And you just think the Blues are going to drive them into touch, but they reset again. They're composed. You can see it there, they get really close to the touchline, but then they reset, they come back in. Everyone enters from behind Basham, they take their time, pump the legs. Really well worked try there from the Dragons.
Yeah, if you go towards the touchline, it's a risk, but they've controlled it so well, the renewed spin.
But it's not breaking off too early as well, it's taking your time. Keeps himself tight.
Last minute of the first half, Sam Davis with the conversion. Just misses. 10-5. The Blues lead.
Really important try there from the Dragons, get themselves back into this game. Look really strong at scrum time, haven't they? Set piece, line-out drives have been good. I think this weather will suit the Dragons more so than the Blues.
Left to right, Charles.
Jared Evans puts his forwards the sort of unconventional side for a right-footed kicker, but maybe the wind is a factor. He's going long anyway. Ashton Hewitt skips out of one and another one. Time is now up at the end of the first half. It's a penalty to the Dragons. We shall play on.
Slowed it all down. Get out of there. Yes, you did. That's why you was on the ball. Last seconds or not. Away. We'll tap it first.
James Ratty.
You want to play? You carry on, yeah.
The player penalised. Sam Davis. He's got his range now.
Yeah, I agree with that. You could have just tapped it and kicked the ball off half-time, but they want more, don't they? We've got an opportunity now. Just around the Blues 40-metre mark.
Hibbard. To Wainwright. Back to Hibbard. Well, Ashton Hewitt suddenly very involved in the closing seconds of this first half, twisting, turning, rolling.
Okay, play on, ripped by Blue.
Oh, they've done it again, the Blues. They turned over promising Dragons ball. Thomas Williams kicks the ball off the park. Ross Moriarty, not for the first time, is down injured. All his teammates heading for the dressing room, leaving their number 8 sort of lying in the rain. Corey Hill wants a word with Nigel Owens about one or two things. The Dragons have a few reasons to be disgruntled. They trail at half-time by 10 points to 5. Ross Moriarty comes back out for the second half. He went into the changing rooms limping and looking a bit dejected, but he's back out. And there is a change on the Cardiff Blues side. Number 17, Rhys Gill, has come on in the place of Brad Fire.
You're not clearing the breakdown, that's why.
Rodri Williams still there at scrum half for the Dragons, who now face the wind and a deficit of 5 points. The Blues restart through Jared Evans. Ashton Hewitt takes the catch, takes the contact. Rodri Williams. Richard Hibbard. It's now set up inside the 22.
Hughes!
Corey Hill. It's okay as long as the Dragons
Hughes!
retain possession. They're quite happy to lose ground. Rodri Williams does find touch, but there's an indication, perhaps, Tom, that there is a wind factor.
Yeah, there is. I mean, it's a 5-point game at the moment. Dragons look very strong, set piece, certainly scrum time. You think that's why Rhys Gill has come on for the Blues, probably just to try and shore up that Blues scrum. But there is a bit of a wind. It's favouring the Blues this half, but look, this still can be anyone's.
Liam Belcher throws. Ratty delivers down to Owen Lane in midfield.
Great hit there by
Thumping tackle by Moriarty. So
Ruck now!
the number 8 would appear to be okay. This is James Ratty,
Tackle
held
move.
up by Aaron Jarvis, but the second row delivers. Thomas Williams, Jared Evans, Josh Turnbull wearing 5.
It's a tackle!
It's the Blues' turn to be thoughtful about the progress they're making. Even Ray Lilo can't get going, and little forward pass.
He just reacted accidentally to a ball that went into his arms, okay? Not deliberate, knock on only.
knock on.
Nothing he could do, the ball came into him.
There we are, it slips out. Josh Adams in offside position, but Nigel Owens has given that as accidental. Not much room there for the Blues. They might have to opt to maybe kick a little bit more. They've got the wind. Get themselves a little bit of field position, but this is an area that the Dragons look strong at during the first 40 minutes. They've been really good at scrum time.
Crouch.
Rhys Gill in the blue shirt.
Set.
Loose
Hold it
head.
there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Good. Steady it there. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up.
Up pops the scrum. Play on, says the referee. Jack Morgan makes a yard or two. But this is where the Blues have been so good. They've turned over quite a few balls. This is Tane Basham.
Ball available.
Try scorer
He's ready.
in the first half. Corey Hill. Oh, that's what Rhys Gill can bring to the field, and he's won the penalty, the replacement prop.
No. There's nothing wrong with that one back there, because you were on the floor and you drove back into him afterwards. You doing nothing wrong.
He loved that one, didn't he, Rhys Gill? You could hear him whooping after. Very good tackle technique there. Goes from low to high. And this shows you how much wind there is. Jared Evans opting for the kick at goal. Bang on the halfway line. There you can see Rhys Gill gets nice and low. Hooks the leg up. Pumps those legs as well. And knocks Corey Hill backwards.
You're not the captain, please, Corey. So
I mean, it's a shame, really, because the Dragons did so well to get on the front foot there with a great run by Jack Dixon, but the Blues just slow it up. They slow it up, they set their defence, and they get off the line quickly.
Side of the ruck, and then it's all open. Then it's open play, the ruck is over. If it's still the same ruck, then he can't come in.
The scrum asking Nigel Owens today, isn't it?
It's more or less the halfway line, more or less the centre spot. Direction's good. Not quite by a centimetre the distance. That is still in play. Thomas Williams slips, held by Sam Davis. Ray Lilo plays scrum half. Josh Turnbull plays outside half. Thomas Williams back in charge. Checks the blind side, then goes open.
Tackle!
James Ratty, the latest forward. And another one. Josh Navidi, but it's been intercepted. Tane Basham, try scorer first half. Has he got the pace to become try scorer second half? Can't get the pass away. But the Dragons 10 metres short after the interception. Corey Hill Let's Aaron Wainwright play scrum half. Sam Davis to Moriarty against Navidi. It's gone loose. It's Matthew Screech is going to score! What a start to the second half.
What an important passage of play there for the Dragons. Have got themselves right back in this game. Matthew Screech the scorer, but the hard work was done by Tane Basham with the intercept.
Yeah, well, check what happened in the last scrum.
Reads it really well. Josh Navidi trying to play it out the back to Ray Lilo.
No, there was nothing wrong. It was his own fault.
And then really good pace. But Jared Evans just gets back, doesn't he? Grabs him round by the ankles. They recycle the ball, and then somehow this ball, Ross Moriarty takes it, offloads it, and then the hole just opens up, doesn't it, for Screech to go through.
It's that bobbling ball that so often creates problems, whether it's bouncing or just bobbling in the air. Sam Davis curls it in nicely.
Oh, he nailed that one straight through the middle. We've seen the Blues, haven't we? We've seen them play the ball at the back 4 or 5 times in that first half. The Dragons have caught on and read it so well, and you can just see the hole open up, can't you, for Screech to go through. Off the cuff. And Moriarty does well, doesn't he? He hits that really hard line, then turns his body and offloads it.
Harrison Keddy has come on for the pass, giving Ross Moriarty. There is Moriarty now on the sidelines. Yeah, he was struggling in the first half. Did enough in the second to put the Dragons in the lead for the first time.
Yeah, well, he smashed Owen Lane and then offloaded for a try.
Deep into the 22. Roger Williams waits.
Stay! Okay.
Straight at Ross Moriarty.
I like that. No messing around, just clear your lines, reset, and get your head on defensively. But what an impact he's made in the second half.
He caught the ball and sort of said, if you want a quick line out, you've got to come and get it off me first.
I think that's what Dean Ryan said to him, right, make an impact the second half, then you can come off.
The Blues have to rebuild. Josh Navidi has to rebuild, having given the pass. Never mind, on we go.
Try to go! That's fine, that's fine. He's falling down, you let him go. Away now!
They let go of Thomas Williams in the nick of time. Corey Hill and co. The little stab through. It's Will Talbot Davis who is covering, and he seemed under pressure from Josh Adams to have it always
That's what
under
you
control.
get. Yeah, that's what you get, Ed, when you got the ball in the middle of the field. It's a lot of distance for the fullback to cover. The Blues could have gone either way there, left or right.
And then he let you go once he contacted next. Okay, so let's play on.
It goes to Jared Evans. It's a sensible play, really. Nothing really in front of him. No mismatches, but just threads it through and now gives the Blues an opportunity to put a little bit of pressure on the Dragons line out.
Hill from Hibbard. Roger Williams again. Doesn't pass on the responsibility, kicks himself. Josh Adams, chance to get going. Roger Williams, high tackle in the end. And the Blues didn't want the advantage.
Thank you. Yeah, just a penalty from me as well. Yes, on this occasion, just a penalty.
There we
Very
are.
careful, please.
Look at him, he's running back with intent. It's that seatbelt tackle, isn't it? Knocks the fend down well, but then just goes too high with that left hand. Not dangerous, but contact was made with Josh Adams' head.
Sorry. Okay, that's good listening. They're trying to get a ground, and then your hand comes to the neck. As long as you let you go, then there's no offence. That was fine.
Jared Evans, he will have the distance here. We saw him 4 or 5 minutes ago hit the crossbar from the halfway line. This is in his range.
First miss from the halfway line, 2 out of 3. This to put the Blues back in the lead. Safely navigated, and the Blues do win, do lead by 13 points to 12.
A little bit sloppy defence there, you'd say, by the Dragons. No real need to give away the penalty there.
Sam Davis held up on the breeze. That's a wonderful catch by Josh Turnbull. Very well caught. Ollie Robinson takes on Aaron Jarvis.
Hughes! No, stay!
The rain has eased. Thomas Williams is still going to try the aerial route downwind. Very well taken by Will Talbot-Davis. Hibbard plays distributor. Jack Morgan out in the centre, up to halfway. Corey Hill
takes that well. Easily dropped that. Wasn't the greatest pass, was it, from Roger Williams?
Stay! No.
Dragons still retain possession somewhere around the halfway line. It's been a theme of the afternoon that it's been difficult to get quick ball going. Roger Williams high. That will land outside the 22. Well taken. Hallam Amos. Well past Hallam Amos to Jared Evans.
Good tackle.
Referee says Tane Basham's tackle is not just fair but good.
Straight out.
We'll go back. Ben Thomas, forgetting he was in the 22, but the breakdown preceding it was outside.
Can't kick the ball straight out, can you? Look at this tackle here from Basham. Grabs him by the knees. That's clear. Fine tackle, that is. Aggressive tackle.
He thought about it, didn't he? I can't go any higher than this.
Yeah, the thought process through your head is, you want to hit hard and you want to drive your legs, but sometimes you've just got to let him go on the ground.
Wainwright's down to Basham's. It's loose now, but it's that bounce that allows Sam Davis to start a little weave.
Tackle release!
The new player on the pitch, Harrison Keddy, drives on.
Tackle!
It's bounced and pinballed its way to Aaron Jarvis. Sam Davis. Ooh. Brock Harris going nowhere fast. Corey Hill, that's a good pass from the second row.
Oh, that needed to go, didn't it, from Jack Dixon?
He just had a split second, Jack Dixon. He in the end chose not to. Dragons still in possession. Richard Hibbard.
They are going backwards though, aren't they?
Screech, the latest to try and break down the Blues wall. Corey Hill, this time it doesn't try the pass and it's held up by three players. Ratty and
it's quite one-dimensional from the Dragons at the moment. No change of direction, just one-up runners, and the Blues are hitting hard.
This is a bit better. Oh, no, it's not. It's been won by the Blue Dragons. Nigel Owens playing advantage.
Wait a minute.
And play eventually stops.
A couple of times, isn't it, where there's been no whistle and players have stopped.
And he was in front when he picked up. Thank you.
Penalty to the Blues.
Yeah, offside. It was knocked on and picked up by a Dragons player. But for one moment there, no one knew what was going on.
You're right, Tom. No whistle. Everybody stops. Strange. Jason Tubby, 22, just coming into picture, is coming on. Jared Evans was clutching his wrist, hand, and he's going off.
You think that's got to be an injury, don't you? He's ran the back line really well, looked really dangerous, created a try for Shane Lewis-Hughes earlier in the first half.
Missed touch. Sam Davis. Jared Rosser. A let-off for the Dragons. They're back in possession. Brock Harris, like Corey Hill, has been passing. Takes the contact this time, gives away the penalty. So the Dragons have been good at set piece, but at the breakdown it would appear, Tom, the Blues have a bit of an edge.
That man there coming back for Boxing Day fixture, he's been huge. Pulled his hamstring, didn't he, against France and the World Cup.
Yeah, clear release.
What a player he is. You know, we're blessed at the moment in Wales, aren't we, to have such quality in back row. He's just come on the pitch now. This is a pressure kick.
And it would appear there's a new generation coming through as well, with the likes of Tane Basham, Shane Lewis-Hughes.
And the Blues have clearly won the turnover battle so far in this game. 10 they've won to Dragons 5.
Here's Jason Tubby, the new player on the field, left-footed, like Sam Davis. The woodwork struck again. First the bar, now the post. The Blues lead, 1 point still.
Just drifted, didn't it?
Time out.
Changes up front for the Dragons. Richard Hibbard, the veteran hooker, goes off. Elliot Dee, more recently of the Welsh team, comes on. Aaron Jarvis is coming off. And Leon Brown comes on. Hallam-Amos. Does well to stay in field, to find Josh Turnbull, then Thomas Williams, then Tovey, then Ratty, who grapples with Basham around halfway. And again, Leon Brown making himself immediately visible. Little nudge forward. Dragons put in.
Lost on the floor.
Shane Lewis-Hughes, didn't like that.
No, he's not. He's a bit unsure, isn't he? But you can see these errors slowly creeping into the game as he takes in there.
Yeah, okay.
And he loses it, doesn't he, on the ground, whether it goes backwards or not. Still looks to the referee like it goes forward. Concentration levels really need to be up now, looking after that ball in contact.
Stability, take the pressure.
And this is where you don't really want to be giving the Dragons territory possession on their set piece.
Long, please, okay? Shoulders out, please.
Ashton Hewitt waits on the Dragons' left wing.
He's a really lively, hasn't had much ball, but when he has, one of those inside lines off Sam Davis,
good stability. Hold it there.
Off Roger Williams, he has looked danger.
Elliot D strikes.
You're going.
Oops, he'll have to play it quickly. That's an excellent scrummage for the Blues.
What? Orange 20, join the front row. No, my AR is calling into me. Orange 20, you were bound onto the front row. Stay in the second row, please. Scrum down, same ball.
Harrison Keddy ordered to stay out of the front row. Why would anybody want to go up there?
No, David, don't slip up. Stay in the second row. You've got to be bound in the second row as well.
They could have played it.
Yeah,
and then they come under pressure.
But the scrum was good for the Dragons in the first half. Dragons trying to keep it in there, looking for the penalty.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there. Straight. It's good height. Good.
Elliot D strikes. Yeah, they use it quicker this time. Sam Davis. It's a red.
Last.
Touch in midfield for Tyler Morgan. It's coming back his way. Jack Dixon first. Here is the Dragons looking towards the near side. Matthew Screech takes it on. The centres now get back into central midfield. Dixon and Morgan. It's coming their way, or is it? Not yet. Good defence. Scott Andrews with a tackle that time.
Ruck.
This is the area of the game where the Dragons don't have really many options. A lot of one-up runners.
That's Jack Dixon again. Elliot D, the hooker.
Off your feet, lead it.
Rodri Williams, he has a go. He's going nowhere. Rhys Gill and Scott Andrews, they're like the old tackling game.
No!
That's gone loose. Brock Harris did well to readjust. He wasn't expecting it to come above his head. We go up in the air again. Hallamemos comes forward for it, comes down to Rodri Williams. So that kick has worked for the Dragons. Wainwright.
Way blue, move, advantage over.
Inside ball. The footwork by Tyler Morgan, has to hang on to it, delivers. Rodri Morgan, long. Ashton Hewitt.
Lost now, lost.
Does deliver under pressure from Owen Lane. Leon Brown. Here goes Dixon again. It's a little spell for the Dragons, trailing by a point. Keddy the latest. Tane Basham running on at pace.
Great carry that from the Dragons, wasn't it?
Screech again, they're getting a bit of momentum. Players charging onto the ball rather than taking it standing still. Leon Brown, the next in line, has to go over Jack Dixon instead of being a ball carrier.
Fortunately though, nearly all their players are inside the 15, not much width on it.
Wainwright, the latest. The change of direction now. Davis, one behind the Blues, but they just scramble back. Josh Adams ahead of Jared Rosser.
Play on, play on, play on.
Play on, we're underway again. Davis has to go charging back. Hewitt is with him. And the Blues take advantage of the wind. They've made a big net gain.
Oh, they have, Elias. Good quick thinking there by the Blues. Take the quick throw in. A lot of wind behind. And earn themselves the line out on their halfway line.
Stoppage for injuries. Ollie Robinson with the blue scrum cap on. Rhys Gill wearing 17. In fact, there's another injury as well. It's players starting to go down.
No.
All over the place, and there's going to be a change at scrum half for the Blues. Lloyd Williams is coming on. That's also a change in the back row because Shane Lewis-Hughes is coming off.
This is about the time now you need some fresh legs on, add a little bit more energy. The game's gone a little bit slow, a little bit stale the last 20 minutes. Neither team really getting a foothold in it.
Change at scrum half for the Blues. Change in the back row. Jacob Botica has come on wearing 22.
Okay, hang on, boys.
How do they rejig it then, Tom? Because Ben Thomas can play outside half. But Botica's just gone straight into the number 10 position. Or is Jacob Botica on? No, he's not. Meanwhile, the Blues come storming. Here's one of the replacements on Lloyd Williams, leaving it. That's gone forward. Advantage for the Dragons. A chance to break out. Fullback Will Talbot Davis.
Away, Blue!
Sevens player,
out,
loves
advantage
a little
over.
bit of open space. Not much open space there. Sam Davis tries to find some
Yeah, okay.
by kicking. Halamemos does well to get the pass away. But
Time out. Time out. Right, don't go too far. Because if you were a clear trip here, then you're in trouble.
Don't go too far because you'll be going off.
Bricks,
Maybe.
We've got a clear trip call from Adam here. Can you check for us, please? There is a clear trip.
It's on the screen now, Nigel, okay?
Yeah, I can't see from here.
Owen Lane, 14 tripping
Well,
Ashton Hewitt,
Need
or
a
does he?
close-up, please.
you're looking for a trip. You can't see a trip. He's just running and collides with Ashton Hewitt's heels. I mean, he trips up. That's just a collision. I mean, for me, that's not a trip.
Close all the angles, Nigel.
Yeah, we're very wide. Have we got a clear trip for us, Briggs?
I'm not seeing a clear trip, Nigel.
You're not seeing, you're seeing just an accidental trip then,
That's what it looks like to me, yes.
TMO, Sean
Okay,
Brickle.
looks like an accidental trip. So, Blues are in possession of the ball last. Dragons in possession of the ball last, correct?
Yes, Dragons kicked the ball.
Yeah, who was in possession when I blew up? Okay, so there was this accidental trip, so Blue kicked it, we're going to go scrum here, Blue ball, and there's no clear trip.
No, it looks just like an accidental collision, Nigel, okay?
As we look here,
My
I mean, if
TMO,
you're Ashton Hewitt, you look
Josh,
and you
come
think
up,
you've
please.
been tripped, don't you? Because your
important
connection
thing is
has
we
been
get
made
things
with your
right,
feet.
okay? We've checked on the screen and it just looks like a contact, accidental. So we're going to go for a scrum. You were in possession when I blew the kick. The scrum will be your ball, okay? Okay. Scrum here, boys. Here.
Nothing untoward. Ashton Hewitt tripped, but only accidentally. Scrum down, Blues put in.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Navidi's there making a point that Halamemos caught the ball.
Josh, we're going off. Can you confirm to me who had the ball, please? Blue had the ball from here. Okay. We blew.
We got there in the end, didn't we? Got there in the end.
And Josh
Blue
Navidi,
in
the
possession of the
captain,
ball, it was scrum, Blue ball.
his day is done. On comes
Yeah,
Seb
Stum's good.
Davis, another international player coming on. Now, where does Seb Davis go?
possession
Because
when
he
the
can
whistle was
play
blown.
back or second row. He's going up into the
Okay.
second row with James
Okay, lads.
Ratty. Josh Turnbull goes out of the
boys,
second row
concentration.
to number 8.
Just keep your scrums good now then, please, okay?
Will Boyd is on for the Blues, wearing 20. So changes
Crouch.
in the Blues pack.
Bind.
Turnbull at number 8. Boyd on the blind side.
Everybody keep it steady, boys. No, everybody. Everybody steady and square.
Ollie Robinson wears 7 still.
Go then.
Liam Belcher still wearing 2
Okay,
for the Blues.
standers, please. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there. Let's keep it good. Keep it good.
Lloyd Williams. Owen Lane comes off his wing. There's the size and the strength of the Cardiff winger. Tubby.
One side.
Battle
Good contest on the ball, both players.
in the air.
Away now. Stay out. Stay out.
And in
Good
the end, the
contest there,
Dragons do
boys.
very well to win that little contest because it was high exposure out there under the high ball.
Release tackle.
Josh Turnbull, that's good work by the second row, turn number 8.
Yeah, it was an excellent take by Will Talbot Davis there, and a lot of pressure from Josh Adams, who's great in the air.
Halamemos skips out of one tackle, turns, delivers. Scott Andrews. Tovey again. Let's try the other side, or at least a bit more in midfield. Talbot Davis again who catches.
He's looked safe, isn't he, under those high balls?
But he's been turned over. Turnbull to Ray Lilo.
Last.
Robinson. Tuvey gets the pass away to Rhys Gill, who does the same to Scott Andrews. Ben Thomas. Owen Lane did get the pass to Hallam Amos. Seb Davis. Oh, suddenly one pass too many after the big, tall number 19 did so well to take the catch.
Just trying to force it there. No real need to try and give that 50-50. I mean, that's difficult to take, isn't it? Seb Davis is throwing that into you.
Time out. Right, fella?
There's Seb Davis fresh on it. You see, he's what, 6'7", 6'8", and there's Owen Lane. He's not much smaller.
Well, the Lane trainee's carried well into contact. Carried a lot off first phase. Getting the Blues over that gain line.
Will Boyd, a blue with a bit of purple.
I'm seeing a good contest in scrum at the moment, okay, so we're going to keep it that way, okay? No, that's fine, you attack legally, not a problem. They're defending legally as well. So you just keep going what you do in the scrums, lads. But they've been very good overall, and we keep them the same. Back row, stay square.
Tricky scrummage for the Dragons, tight against that touchline.
Shoulder, good height.
Jason Turvey's moved out to the 13 position for this defensively. Ben Thomas is coming at 10.
Crouch.
Just gives you a bit more
Bind.
of a defending edge.
Set. Hold it there.
Lloyd Williams, 21, against Roger Williams, number 9.
Aros Mana. Aros Mana.
Dragons dangerous in their own dead ball area. They've come out of that and managed to make a yard or two with a knock-on advantage. So it could have been a lot worse. Passes going astray way behind the advantage line. There you are. Roger Williams using his boot to extricate the ball from the breakdown situation. No option apart from the kick. And now Josh Adams. Adams hasn't had much to do with the ball in hand. He's been very good defensively.
Yeah, he has. His feet as well before contact. Just getting out of trouble all the time.
Then Thomas probes. Talbot Davis makes the catch and the mark. But we go back to a penalty. Harrison Keddy adjudged.
You guessed it wrong, lads. You jumped the gun a bit too early. Ball wasn't off the ground clearly.
Offside.
20.
It's an easy penalty as well. Near enough right in front of the post for the Blues. The Dragons there. Just trying to play from their own half. Scrappy as well.
10 from the mark, please, boys.
Put a lot of pressure on themselves.
Jason Tuvey, I think he's on his second spell with the Blues, having had 3 spells with the Dragons. This to extend the lead, safely delivered. The Blues lead by 16 points to 12.
Just gives the Blues a little bit more of a cushion now, doesn't it? A 4-point lead. Harrison Keddy there, just way too eager and keen.
Strange little kick from Sam Davis. He's just stabbed it into the plastic turf. Tuvey. Sam Davis. Lloyd Williams with the catch.
Contact 7, who never retreated.
It's
Within 10.
another penalty advantage for the Blues.
Never retreated outside the 10.
Tane Basham.
You never retreated from without the 10. You were waiting for him to put you on side. You've got to get out of there. Yeah. Number
Nigel,
7 never came out to the 10.
he's been bashing
Waited
there for
him
being
to
lazy.
outside here.
You know, when the kick is made, you have to start retreating. You have to make an effort. Just stays there.
Jason Tovey down to the 22-metre line, but it seems with 10.5 minutes to go that the Blues are putting themselves in the right positions to manage the last few minutes.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of ill discipline by the Dragons. You know, scrappy play, trying to run the ball out from their own 22, and 2 penalties, 1 for offside, 1 for not retreating.
Wait.
Matthews screech off, Joe Davis already on.
Inside, inside, it's good. Okay, boys. Okay, time on.
There's Joe Davis bringing another beard to the Dragons. Corey Hill
Backwards, always backwards, always backwards.
wins a turnover line out. The Dragons
Stay out, boys.
steal one on the Blues throw.
Okay, Hughes, please.
Ooh, that quarter finger stays in field. Josh Adams. Josh Adams.
Oh, what a run.
What a run by the Blues winger. Still might be good. Tubby stabs forward and Owen Lane can't take it like a gully fielder.
That was so close. So close. The kick was nearly perfect there. But the Dragons have given another penalty away for offside. All set up there by Josh Adams, though.
Numbers, and you were clearly never onside.
3 or 4 times now he's ran the ball back, and he's run it back with purpose, with strength.
I'll let you finish, Tom. Ashton Hewitt has been sin-binned. Never onside.
He never went back on side, and he had quick ball and clearly numbers out here, and he obviously cut everything.
Here he is,
down.
Josh Adams. You can see
He would come on side,
the hole
he would
opens
look
up.
differently, but he never got back on side.
Great power as well in contact. But here it is, his quick ball. And Tubby looks up. Oh, that kick is inches away from being absolutely perfect. You can just see Ashton Hewitt in the frame there. 5 metres in front of the Dragons' defence.
Jason Tovey to make this a 7-point lead. The Dragons would still be in within touch of a losing bonus point, but they are down to 14 now for the rest of the game. Tovey, who's pushed it.
Bad miss that. He knows it. Hands on the hips.
Time out. Well done. Good work. Thank you. Sam, hang on a minute.
I should have got that.
Time is out.
There's disappointment on the face of Jason Tovey. A
Dragons
change
20.
at
Dragons 20. 20.
hooker. Liam Belcher
So I've been told here, Dragons
is off.
20. Is that correct?
Ethan Lewis is on, wearing 16. 22 comes on. Sam Davis, 10. Waits. Harrison Keddy is going off, so he's a replacement. He is being replaced.
So they're behind him, okay?
And that's a sacrifice of a forward.
Get another playmaker on the field.
So Jacob Bottica does come on. It was 22, wasn't it, Tom?
Yes, it was.
Hallam Amos does well to skip away from Tane Basham.
Release.
Lloyd Williams back to Jason Tovey. High it goes. New player. Jacob Bottica.
Stay on now.
Son of Frano Bottica. It's all those sons on the field of famous fathers. Sam Davis,
Stay, Dragons!
son of Nigel.
And this is good for the Blues, this is.
Owen Lane. Josh Adams, he'll take some stopping. Gets straight back up. Sam Davis made the tackle. Lloyd Williams spotted the gap. Owen Lane back to his feet. It's gone forward elsewhere.
Stun station out. The Dragons are going to have to up the tempo a little bit. And they need a try. A penalty won't do it unless they've got time for two. With just over 6 minutes left.
Yeah, Ashton Hewitt in the bin. He won't be back, so the Dragons have got to do it with the 14 that are out there on the field.
Starts now with a massive scrum for him.
Good, hey, we keep the standards now, boys.
Blues are shored up their scrum in the second half.
Same here. Shoulder.
Aaron Wainwright has gone
Long, okay?
to number 8.
Crouch! Time out. Time out. Time is out. Let's go then, boys. I've stopped the clock because we're not wasting time here. Go back a bit. Seconds. 7. Can't you push that, please?
And if we're honest, the clock should stop for all scrums. Should start again when the ball comes out. So much time of the game is, I wouldn't say wasted, but it's taken up by scrums.
Set. Hold it there. Hold it there.
So Will Talbot-Davis on the blind side of the scrummage. Fullback, giving a little bit of weight to the scrum.
Yeah, you just lose a player though in the back line, don't you?
Okay, it's available now. Stay there.
Wainwright more or less finds Rodri Williams, who more or less finds Tyler Morgan. Ollie Robinson with the tackle. Wainwright. Davis
tackle.
Takes the tackle. Basham. Botica. The long pass to Talbot-Davis. Joe Davis. Sam Davis. A lot of Davises suddenly out there.
Good work, foul.
Sam.
Pass is flat.
Inside, flat pass to Adam Warren.
Tackle! Tackle! Tackle!
The last of the replacements.
That's fine, yes.
I think that's Seb Davis, who very nearly pinched it. Still in possession of the Dragons, though.
But as we've seen, really the whole game, not really offering too much in attack.
Well, they might now. They suddenly just seem to have an overlap there, and they might have wasted that.
Maybe they just seem to go on the outside of Lilo there, but you have to say, behind the scrum, behind the line out, it has been a bit scrappy. There's not been much zip. You know, it's not flowed well behind. I mean, when he's had a few chances, Tyler Morgan's looked good. He's looked good on the drift. You know, when the game breaks up a little bit, he's been able to get the Dragons on the front foot. You've got Basham there, an intercept. Start of this second half, creates the try for Screech. He's been awarded man of the match.
Blues through Josh Turnbull, back in possession with 3.5 minutes to play. 4 points in front. Lloyd Williams. Down they come. Josh Adams again off his wing, and that's the right place to be. And nothing Jared Rosser could do about that.
That's quality play. That is quality play from Josh Adams there. Comes round the corner, gets on just enough on the outside of Tyler Morgan. Nothing really on, but just threads the ball through, gets a bit of territory, winds down the clock. You know, the ball stays in as well, which means Talbot-Davis has to collect the ball.
So keep it moving, please. Thank you.
Nigel Owens wants the Cardiff Blues players to hurry it up. Ethan Lewis finds his target. Ollie Robinson tidies up. Lloyd Williams waits. The last rites of the game. Josh Turnbull into a position in front of the posts. Options both sides now. Stolen though by the Dragons, and Botica puts a boot to it and makes very little ground, but there was pressure there.
Yeah, a bit of pressure, but with 2 minutes to go, you think you've got to keep the ball in hand. You know, a try needs to be scored, a penalty won't do it.
Ethan Lewis, again, the Blues in no rush to take the line out. Rhys Gill gives him the signal. The rest of the forwards arrive. It goes in. Turnbull again the target, but not straight. A last chance for the Dragons. They're going to have to do it from a long way out.
They are. You know, they're going to have to do it really with 7 men in the pack as well. There's no point really putting Will Talbot-Davies in that pack. You'd rather him be in that back line, give themselves an extra number. But it's a long way, you're right, Ed, for the Dragons to go, just outside their 22.
It's a 7-man pack for the moment. It's been a very healthy crowd all afternoon, and they're going to leave it as a 7-man pack. Will Talbot-Davies back out amongst the three-quarters. Dean Ryan
Doesn't look happy, does he?
Spot the coach whose side is not in front.
No, well, the set piece has been good for the Dragons, but offered really little, I would say, behind.
Bind.
You know, they've been direct.
Set. Hold it there, please. Hold the pressure. Bind up. Bind up.
Elliot D strikes. It's a good scrummage by a 7-man pack. Wainwright feeds the three-quarters. This is full-back.
Tackle, move.
Talbot-Davies, who does get involved. Elliot D delivers.
Okay. Off your feet, lost.
Adam Warren delivers. Penalty. An advantage to the Dragons. They can work their way down from here. Sam Davis wants to take it quickly. Has to. Didn't get maximum distance, but at least they have the line out.
Yeah, I mean, there was a fairly tough angle there for Sam Davis to hit, but you've got to speed the game up now. This is the last play.
Okay, last play.
Nigel Owens, referee, declares it the last play.
Got all the top tackles made by the Blues there. Showed you how much defensive work they've had to get through.
Corey Hill. Play on. There was contact in the air, but it was by his own players. A 7-man pack does make ground. They have to be careful not to lose this. We're into overtime by a full half minute. Crunching tackles flying in. Corey Hill, the latest to be on the receiving end. A last chance perhaps. It's gone out of play though. The crowd's noise says it all, because they're the home crowd and they've witnessed their team winning. Jared Rosser on the losing side. The Blues have beaten the Dragons, who have a bonus point, but it is victory for the Cardiff Blues by 16 points to 12.